Hey guys, welcome to AndroGuider. So in this video we are going to talk about the Resurrection Remix 5.7.1 ROM. So as you can see that this is Resurrection Remix 5.7.1 and this is an official build. This ROM is based on Android Marshmallow 6.0.1 and it comes in with the July 5 security patch, which is the latest security patch. The build date is 13th of July and the SE Linux status of the stock kernel is at permissive by default. So next up we'll get into the configurations now. So at top we have the status bar settings. So in the clock customization from the clock customizations you can customize the various aspects of the clock and date. So first of all we can choose the uh, location of the clock, right, center or left. Then we can show or hide the AM/PM style. This is the normal one and you can just see it beside the clock, and this is the small one. I'll prefer to have the small one in. Then date, again we have the font sizes are similar. This is the small one and hidden. Now by default the date is hidden. And then we have the I'll just show it to you, normal. And then we can customize the position of the date, left of time or right of time. And then we have various date styles, normal one, lowercase one and the uppercase one. um, then we have various date formats. And then you can customize the color of the clock and date. And we do have this color switch too, so if you just want to disable the color of clock and date then you can do that, and if you wish to enable it you can do that. So this option is comes in really very handy. And similarly we have an option to customize the status bar icon colors. And we have, if you want to enable the status bar custom icon colors, you can do that. So this option is handy in whenever you are using a CM theme, because this ROM comes in with a CM theme engine. So if you are using a CM theme, then sometimes it happens that the theme has certain colors for the status bar icons itself, and the ROM is also giving you an option to theme the status bar icons. So sometimes there might be a conflict in between the colors which the ROM is offering and the colors which the theme is offering. So this is where this color switch feature comes in handy. So if you are experiencing any conflicts, then you can just toggle off the color switch feature, and the and then the color of the theme that will automatically be applied to the status bar icons. Then we can customize, we have various font styles to choose from, and these are the options which we get. So say I'll select this time the dance and script one. Then you can also customize the font size too. I personally prefer to have it at 20. um, then next up we have the battery bar, the battery icon styles, and these are options through it from which you can choose from. I personally do prefer to have the circle one in. Then battery percentage, either it can be shown inside the icon or next to the icon too. Then we have the battery bar. You can customize the location of the battery bar. You can just hide it top of status bar, top of navigation bar, or at the bottom of the navigation bar. Battery bar style, regular one, this is the regular one, this is the center mirrored one, and this is the reversed one. Then we have the charging animation to battery bar color. Again, if you want to have that, that's your choice. Thickness, I prefer to have 4 dps. And then we can customize the battery bar charging color too, and the low battery bar color too. Then we have various status bar icons, so if you want to show or hide any status bar icons, then you can do that. So say at the moment the Wi-Fi icon is not being shown in the status bar because it has been disabled from here, but the moment I just check that back in, it reappears. Similarly you can do that with the other icons too. And then we have the status bar icon colors. So if you want to use the status bar icon colors, then you need to check this option in first. And at the top we have the disable status bar gradient feature. And I have definitely experienced that whenever you are browsing on if you are familiar with Chrome, then certain web pages, certain websites such as XJ developers, or take AndroGuider.com. These sites offer you a certain color. uh, I think in back in Lollipop Chrome had introduced a feature wherein the developers could add a code to their website where they can configure the color of the browser too. So the Chrome, they could choose what color should appear on the in the Chrome's status bar when in the status bar of Android Lollipop and Marshmallow when Chrome loads that particular website. So say, whenever I was certain websites had a white color, and the color of all the icons in stock Android is at by default. So that turned the things a bit ugly, and then you could not see the time, Wi-Fi, and all the icons which were present in there. So that issue has been experienced a lot of times by me. And so personally, I would definitely recommend you to use this disable status bar graded feature in. So whenever the status bar has lighter tinges, it will automatically turn back to dark icons. So I'll recommend you to give this feature a shot, and then you can customize the notification colors, you know anything which you want, and no SIM card colors. And we have various color palettes from which you can choose from too. This is the restriction one, this is the material one, and this is the red, green, blue one. So you can choose from any one you want to. So I'll just select dark blue, text color. Let's go to material, and say we red. I'm just randomly picking up stuff. Then next up we have the carrier label settings. So if you want to, you can customize the location of the carrier label, keyguard, status bar, or on both of them. Then if you want to have any custom carrier label in, then you can do that too. I'll just quickly write one. And then if you want to, you can customize the carrier label color too. Just put this to pink. Then we have various font styles from which we can choose from, and these are the options which we have. And then you can customize the carrier label text size too, hide on certain number of notifications. So this prevents unnecessary clogging of the status bar when you have a great number of notifications in. I'll just put that to say 4. And next up we have the network traffic settings. So you can either show outgoing traffic or incoming traffic, or both of them. And then you have the display unit, color style, the color you can customize the color to, and update interval, auto hide the network arrows when there is no data exchange going on. You can hide the arrows too. And we have the inactivity threshold in the end. Then we have the resurrection logo. So if you want to show that, I'll definitely love to have that for the video. And then you can customize its location to left, right, center, or before the status bar icons. Again, that's completely up to you. And then we have the custom logos feature too. So it's another great feature of Restruction Remix ROM. I'll look into the colors feature later, but you guys can have a look at the options first, and then I will show you randomly choose one logo and show that to you. So these are the options which you have. So say if I select Google, then you can just customize its color. So it looks great. Then if you want to show or hide the headset icon, you can do that from here. Status bar weather temperature. So if you want to show the temperature with scale or without scale, you can do that from here. You can adjust the placement to left or right. Temperature color. I'll just again go back to RGB, and let's pick orange. And then you have various font styles here too, and then in the end you can customize its font size too. Brightness control, notification count, double tap to sleep, super user indicator, 4G instead of LTE, 3G instead of HSPA, breathing notifications. We get the trio pack of missed call, voicemail, and SMS. Then next up we have the notification draw settings. You can customize the notification header. We have a lot of header packs from in here. Default one, this is the time based one, and then nature one, again time based, poly header images, splash, random nature pack, just missed that. I'll just quickly let you guys have a glance at what we get. Google Pixel I think is not working at the moment. Google Colors, that's not working either. Okay, so maybe I was wrong. Let me see Google Pixel. So when you scroll down, this is the Google Pixels one, and now that you had to look at the Google Colors one too. Then next up we have the dots, colors, texture, a lot of to choose from in here. Just cover up till Pixels version 2, and then we have certain packs from Research and Remix developers themselves. Certain paper, and then we have magic, camouflage, color with texture. Again, a lot of packs to choose from and play around with. Again, that's up to you. And then you can customize the shadow, header image, header text shadow, and the shadow color too. Okay. Then next up we have the header items. So if you want to enable or disable any one of them, you can do that. Status bar button, task manager, notification panel, clock, date, clock detail, panel percentage, battery text, notification icons, in notification panel, user switch, weather. The weather is hidden by default. Then we have the notification header fonts, and we have the same font styles in here too. So you can customize the fonts of the clock, am, pm, weather, other text font styles, date, alarm. So a lot of customizations. And then we have the notification colors. You can customize the header clock color, date, weather text line, color line 1, line 2, text color while charging, and the next alarm text color. So again, a lot of customizations. Then you can force expand notifications, disable immersive mode messages. Then we have the notification colors panel, and then if you want to colorize the media background and notification background on long request, clear all icon, and notification panel. And then you can customize the quick settings panel, opacity. This is nothing but the, if how opaque it should appear. Quick settings, header, opacity. Then the quick setting shade stroke is in here, and you can use an accent color or a custom color, whichever you want to. So this is the the border which you see around the quick settings panel. This is what we are talking about. And then if you want to have a custom color, and you can do that too. And then you can customize the shade, stroke thickness, corner radius, dash width, dash gap. And if you want to show the quick settings panel the restriction logo, then again you can do that. So the restriction logo is present, right? I think that it is fairly visible. And again you can customize its transparency, custom color. If you want to have that, you need to select custom color for that in first of all. Then we have the power menu, opacity, the dim background amount. And then we have the similar case with the volume dialog. If you want to have that accent color in, there you see that. And volume dialog, stroke color, stroke thickness, corner radius, opacity, stroke dash width, stroke dash gap. So a lot to choose in from here too. Then we have the quick settings panel, quick pull down, smart pull down, number of quick setting tiles per row. So if you want to have the enable 3 location states in quick settings, you can do that. Enlarge first row, quick setting tiles. These are tiles which are enabled by default, and these are the ones which you can add on. Then we have the quick settings vibrations, vibrate on touch, vibrate on single press, vibrate settings icon, header icons, header long press. Then next up we have the quick setting colors. So again you can just customize each and every detail from here to quick settings, detail text, header background, text color. But just make sure that sometimes happens that the header background and the time contextual headers, sometimes they just mix up. I have experienced that conflict. So just use that carefully in here. Then you can customize the text color, the icons color. So maybe just I will select this as red, and the quick settings panel background black. And then we have the brightness icon. So this is how the quick settings looks like. And again I believe that first of all we need to disable the panels feature. Just go and disable the just disable the restriction logo, and then I hope that we can have that. I'll just go to the quick settings panel, quick setting icon colors, and then background to black. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Then we have the quick setting. You can disable the quick settings on the lock screen, tile animation, flip one. So this is the flip animation, and then we have the rotation animation in. So this is the rotation animation, and then we have the animation duration, low, default, fast, and super fast. So first of all, the fast one, then this is the super fast one, then the low speed one. Then we have the tiles animation interpolator, accelerate, decelerate, and multiple options to play around with. Then if you want to show the brightness slider and the brightness icon, you can do all that. Navigation bar settings, so this is the dirty unicorn interface package. You can customize the, if you want to use the smart bar or the fling gesture interface. And under the smart bar settings, so you can customize the tint here too. So this is a new feature in, so it just tints the navigation bar icon colors. Then we have the button touch animation, ripple or spring, input method actions. These are the options which you have. Contextual buttons, layout position, and if you want to toggle the button editor, then you can just customize the single tap, double tap, and long press action of each of the soft keys which you have in the navigation bar. Or if you want to, you can configure their icons too, and if you want to add another icon, you can do that. And then you can either remove it, cancel, finish, and similarly you can customize the newly added icons, single tap, double tap, and long press actions. And if you want to just go back to the stock layout, you can press on this reset icon. And the new feature which we are seeing in is that you can save a smart profile too. So say if I want to just save that, the smart profile will get saved. And if you want to load a profile, similarly you can do that too. You can do that from the reset button. That profile will be restored. And if you want to go back to the stock layout anytime, then you can just press on the reset icon. Then if you want to see the fling gesture interface, then these are the settings which we have in here. Right short swipe, long swipe, left long swipe, right short swipe up, left short swipe up, single tap action, double tap action, all that stuff, right and left, it's present in there. Then you can customize various aspects of the logo, the ripple effect too, and trail color, gesture trails, long swipe threshold, and the long pressed delay is there in the end. And I'll just go back to the smart bar. Then we have pulse. So if you don't know what pulse is, pulse is pulse are beautiful graphical lines which are displayed down in the navigation bar, which whenever you are playing a video or you are playing an playing an audio track. And then so if you want to use pulse, first of all you need to enable it. Then we have the render mode, fading blocks or solid lines. Then you can customize the color to turn on lava lamp. And I know, but it is okay. So first of all we need to change the render mode from fading blocks to solid lines. um, then you can customize the pulse bar width, spacing, block size, block spacing, the visualize the sanity level, and the lava animation speed too. And if you select the solid lines in the render mode, then you can adjust the sanity level too and the lava lamp animation speed. And of course you can turn on the lava lamp, and you can customize the color too. So if you just quickly want to see the difference between the two, then I will just play any audio track, and you just might listen to that. Okay, so So I hope that you had a look at the difference which I wanted to show to you. um, so again, you have a lot to choose from in here. Then in the end we can customize the portrait height and the landscape width. Then we have the button controller. So first of all, we have the power menu. When you will just enable all the options, and this is how the power menu looks like with all the options in. Then you can use the power button to cut the call, press the power button twice to launch the camera, advanced reboot, wake up device, answer the call, and long press action. You can just configure all that for the home button, back button, menu button, search button. We have the volume button settings in the end. You can use that to wake up the device, playback control. Use the volume keys to skip the music tracks when your screen is off, and then you can control the ringtone volume instead of the um, this controlling the ringtone volume. And when I just disable that, and they will control the media volume at the moment, and right now they will control the ringtone volume. And then keyboard cursor control, screenshot, screenshot shortcut, screen record shortcut, and reorient. The volume keys when the screen is rotated. That's the volume up key to answer the call, volume steps, all that is present in here. Then recents options, show the search bar in recents, memory bar. You can customize the clear all button too. And if you want to include the foreground task when clearing all the tasks, you can do that. 6 location pack, we have that in the clear all locations too. Hidden apps, if you want to hide any apps on the recent styles, and if you want to do that, you can customize the button styles. A lot of options to choose from, just to customize this clear all button icon. Animate, and if you want to have any animation when you are clearing all the tasks, you can do that too. Buttons background, the memory bar text, clear all button text. A lot of options to customizing from here too. Then next up we have the immersive recents. So if you want to have a look at that, these are the options which we get. If you want to show this clock or date whenever you have recents in full screen, you can do that too. And in the end we have the slim recents and the omni switch. And if you want to have a look at the options which we have in slim recents, then these are the options which we have. Then going to the lock screen settings. So from security, if you want to show the power menu on the lock screen notification count, lock screen media cover art and display music visualizers, lock screen UI, lock screen blur. You also have lock screen colors. So I will just quickly select some random colors and show you how the lock screen looks like. Again, I am just not assuming how it will turn out to be, but I'm just selecting any. All the colors would be purely random. Alarm, zipping, weather text, you can have that to blue, and icons something as green. Okay, so this is completely random. And when I will just configure the weather widget. In the end I will show you how the lock screen looks like, and then you can customize the lock screen clock fonts, and these are options which we have. And then similarly you can configure the date fonts, clock size, and the font and the date clock font size and the date font size. And then you can enable or disable various items on the lock screen, such as the clock, date, alarm, and the charging current. And then we can configure the bottom lock screen shortcuts and the middle lock screen shortcuts too. And then we have the lock screen gestures in. Double tap to sleep on the lock screen and the lock screen torch. If you want to use a wallpaper on the lock screen, you can do that. And then we have weather options. So a lot to choose from in here. Hide weather panel, you can have a custom layout if you want to. And then we have the weather options. So I'll just I think that the weather customizations are present in here under miscellaneous, so we'll just get along with that. When I have in the miscellaneous menu, I will just cover up that. Then we have you can prevent app overrides if you want to. Then we have activity open animation, and these are the options which we get. and similar options are present in activity close, animation, task open, task close, move to front, move to back, weather open, weather close, wallpaper intra open, wallpaper intra close. And then you can customize the animation duration in the end. And then we have the toast animations. These are the options which we get. And then we can customize if you want to show or hide the toast icon. List view animations, these are the options which we get. Power menu animations, these are the options which we have. IME animations, you can customize the enter animation, the interpolator one, the exit animation, and you can customize the duration too. And then if you want to test the animations, you can do that. I think that's all what we have in here. Yeah, now moving on to the gestures. We get gesture anywhere in app circle bar. And multitasking, we have the multi-window mode. We also do get floating windows and the pie controls in. So if you want to have a look at the options which we get in the pie controls, this is what we have in pie targets, pie color settings. This is all what you can customize. Pie always on right, pie size, pie gravity, pie style, pie angle, and the item gap. Then under miscellaneous, we have the SE Linux mode changer, so you can do that from here, from permissive to enforcing or vice versa. Then dashboard styles are present here if you want to choose that. And if you want to have a look at the options which we have, this is what we have in here. Then dose power save, if you believe that dose is not being implemented, then you can just enable this option. Then restart system UI and weather options, we have that. We also do get add away, disable force close notifications, wake lock blocker, system app remover. And under advanced options, we have the camera shutter sound, screenshot sound, safe headset volume, and the less frequent notifications. So we'll now just customize the weather settings. Okay, so the Wi-Fi was turned off. I'll just toggle that on. And so as I've also told you many times, you first of all need to enable the location permissions for the weather widget, for the clock weather widget. You can do that from the location settings, or you can just go to applications. Just quickly show that to you. Go to apps, select show system apps, and then go down to the clock weather widget, and from here just check in the location permission. Or you can just go down to location and access the same menu from here and enable the location permission then. So I guess that configurations, recents, I think that I had turned on slim recents, so I'll just disable them. Then miscellaneous, and we'll go into the weather settings now. So enable, location is enabled, and you can then customize the update interval, or if you want to have any, I don't know, but it is not able to access the location at the moment. So we'll just use a custom location in just and yeah, there it is showing the temperature. And if you want to have a look at the lock screen, I will first of all just quickly enable a maybe just set a random alarm to give you a highlight of the random text. And then I'll just quickly go down to security and enter a lock screen message. Okay, so this is how the lock screen looks like. And so we'll move on now. So this ROM comes in with the same theme engine as I told you previously. Then we have the sound settings. I guess that we had covered it up, and you can customize the volume, dialog, timeout now, volume panel expanded if you want to have that, other sounds. This is all what we have. Then you can notifications, nothing here. Battery saver, so the maximum percentage at which you can enable the battery saver is 35%. So it's great to see that. Go into settings now again, and display and lights. So we have live display, adaptive brightness level. We do get both the light and the dark theme. So this is the dark theme, and if you want to change it to the automatic one will toggle between the light and the dark theme as depending upon the time of the day. So at the moment, as you can see that we are going from evening into the night time, so it is at dark now. I'll just go back to light. Wake on plug, cast, wallpaper, expanded desktop, LCD density, and battery fully charged notification. If you want to do that, you can do that. Then security settings, you can change the lock screen type, live lock screen message, automatically lock. Bottom shortcuts are here too, and unknown sources is checked in by default. Then we will go down and privacy. So we do get privacy guard, blocked caller list, and protected apps. Storage and USB, if you want to see that. So it we will get about, I think, 1.96 GBs of free space. Then we have the developer options in the end, and root access. This is the place from where you can enable or disable that. Android debugging is not checked in by default, so if you are using a titanium backup, and if you want to be on a safer side in case anything goes up messy, then you can always use your PC to restore your phone. Then you can do that from here. And the multi-window mode was present in the configurations only. And then in the end, obviously we do have the kill app back button, but I think that defeats the purpose of having the the dirty unicorns interface packaging, where we could have customized this aspect too. And these are the apps which we get in with the room. Audio FX is present, kernel auditor is present, the 11 music player, RR statistics, screen recorder, themes, plenty of options in here. So resection statistics, it just collects some statistics which will help the developers of the room. And if you want to go back, preview the data that they are sending you, this is what they will just send. And so as this ROM is based on CM13, we have the stock launcher, and I've already made a video regarding that, and I will put down a link below in the description on how you can customize Trebuchet, the stock CM13 launcher as per your choice. So that's all. And if you want to see the widgets which we have specific to the ROM, then we do have only power controlling, through which you can quickly toggle on and off Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, airplane mode, sync, and adaptive brightness. And the wallpapers which we get, and these are the live wallpapers which you have: black hole, bubbles, hollow spiral, and theme. So you can just quickly choose any one of them. So that's all what I suppose I have got for you guys in this video. So thanks for watching, guys, and if you like this video, then do hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to watch for more videos from my end, then do hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a nice day.